Looks like a pretty good setup here.
Brooke, you really think it's a good idea to start the fire already?
Trust me, it's gonna start to get dark sooner than you think.
I guess.
Rose, you could at least try to have fun with us.
I'll try to.
Great. I promise we're gonna have a great time.
I still can't believe you two set up this whole trip for me under such short notice. We haven't been here since we were kids.
Remember when we hid the marshmallows for ourselves?
Yeah. Our parents went crazy looking for them. By the time they found us, we already finished half of the bag. Thanks. I really needed that.
Hey, what are you two still doing over there? Come on, the water's fine.
Hey. Wait for us.
And then they just ran away not knowing what it was. So I checked to see what was making the noise. It was a rabbit the whole time.
So what happened to those guys after?
They ended up feeling embarrassed after I told them what it really was.
I bet they did. I've got a story to top yours though.
Care to share with us?
Gladly. Both of you take a seat and hold on to it. 'Cause here's where it gets chilling. No one knows where it came from or what it is. But many years ago, there were girls about our age camping on a night like this. The girls heard a noise outside their tents. So they went outside to see what it was. But when they got out, all they saw were big bright red eyes. Frightened, the girls ran, but the monster started chasing after them. One by one, the monster grabbed them and took them away. Their last breaths were their screams as the monster took them into his deep dark cave. The girls were never seen since. Some say it still lurks in these woods, and he just waits for another girl to bring to his cave so he can cook them too. And leave nothing but her bones.
I mean, that wasn't scary.
Yeah, you'll have to try a lot harder than that.
Your faces said otherwise.
Well, maybe that story would actually be scary if it was real and not one you made up.
Actually I didn't make it up. It was a story my dad told me. But I'm sure he just told me it to try to get me to stop wandering off in the woods at night. It didn't work. It actually made me try looking for the monster. I wanted to see what it looked like.
Lucky us. So does that mean we're going to start looking for it?
I think I can live without finding some monster in the woods.
We should probably head to sleep. It's getting late.
Hard to tell what time it is. I guess you're right.
Good night, girls. See you in the morning.
I take it you can't sleep either?
Yeah. It's a bad habit of mine.
Mine too.
Well, don't be shy, come on. Have a seat.
So what are you thinking of?
How can you tell I'm thinking of something?
The way you're smiling. You're thinking of something happy.
Well, I like to look up at the stars, and I can imagine Cameron looking at them with me.
Oh, we're on the boyfriend subject.
Rose. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Must be nice knowing you have someone waiting for you at home.
If I may,
You and Lorraine have great guys for yourselves. For your sake, I hope you never lose them.
Where are you going?
Just going for a walk. I don't want to say I'm jealous, but why don't I have what my friends have? Someone who'd love me. Who'd always stay by my side. Who'd be there for me when I need someone to lean on. Why am I the one who's left with nothing? The person who no one wants. What was that? Is someone there? Brooke. If this is another one of your pranks, I'm not in the mood.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, have you seen Rose?
I saw her last night. She went for a walk in the woods. And she hasn't come back?
I haven't seen her all morning.
I hope she hasn't gotten hurt.
Or worse. What if she was taken away like in your story?
I doubt that's the case. I mean, she could have just gotten lost. Right?
Should we go look for a ranger and report her missing?
Probably. Let's just hope she's okay.
Right.
Oh, you're finally awake.
My whole body aches.
Yeah, sorry. I don't exactly have what do you call them? Mattresses?
Not to be rude, but how did I get here?
I found your unconscious body just lying there in the middle of the forest.
So you brought me back to your cave?
It was either that, or leave your body there for spiders, snakes, or whatever else would want to eat you.
Thank you then.
How'd you end up there anyway?
I've been trying to wrap my head around it. I remember trying to run away from something. I looked back for 1 second and then I hit something.
You mean to tell me you actually ran into a tree? You must have been running really fast if you hit it that hard.
That's not funny. My friends are probably wondering where I am by now.
Let me guess, you camped by the river.
How do you know?
That's practically where everyone used to go to. I can show you the way back.
You sure?
I know this forest like the back of my hand. Come on.
How do you know where you're going?
I've lived here my whole life. It's the only home I know.
Why would you want to live out here? And all by yourself?
What about you? Why were you by yourself in the forest last night?
I just needed time for myself to think.
About what?
Why do you want to know?
Well, I helped you. Gave you a place to be safe for the night. So you could at least tell me why I found you.
I recently found out that my boyfriend was cheating on me, so I had to break up with him. Except I couldn't stop thinking about him afterwards. I don't know whether I want him back or just mad at myself for falling for him. He took the best time of my life, and once he wasn't a part of my life anymore, my entire world began to collapse around me. Then out of the blue, my best friends decided to bring me on this trip to try and get me to forget everything like it never happened. I just wish they'd stay off my case. Why are you looking at me like that?
Here's what I heard. Ever since you and your boyfriend broke up, you've been melancholic. And instead of moving on, you've been letting this depression destroy your life. Your friends seem to only try to be helping you, yet you seem to be upset with them because apparently it's much easier to be mad at the problem you have instead of finding actual solutions.
What do you know about me?
Not much, but it's clear you have a few issues.
I do not.
Followed by denial.
And I'm supposed to take this from someone who's lived in a cave his whole life and never tried looking for help?
Shall I add hypocrisy to your list of problems?
Who do you think you are? My counselor. Quit psychoanalyzing me.
Look, All I'm saying is you kinda have an anger problem, and you should learn to get over it.
I don't have an anger problem.
Oh really? Look around you.
What?
You get too angry to notice you're not alone. Just like you were too angry with me to notice we already arrived to your campsite. For someone who has friends who care about her, you sure seem ungrateful.
Like you would know. You live all alone in a damn cave with no one who cares about you.
Back off.
You've got no one, don't you? No family, no friends. Nobody cares about you.
You know what? You're right. You want to know why I'm all alone? Why I have nowhere else to go but a cave. That's because the last thing I remember is waking up in a wooden box left in the middle of this forest. Meaning whoever knew me didn't want me. Well, I did what I offered. Have a nice life.
Wait. Rose, you really do have a problem.